I want to talk about two kinds of very annoying people that you're gonna encounter, or that you usually encounter most of the time, encounter in your life at sometime in your life. And whether it's like at a party, at a social gathering, or at a family dinner, or whatever, you're going to have these two kinds of people somewhere in your life. You're going to encounter them, whether they're friends of yours, close friends of yours, family members, your own family members, or friends of friends, acquaintances, friends of family, distant relatives, whatever. You're always going to find these people. You're always going to encounter these two kinds of very annoying, highly annoying people. And the first kind of person is close talkers. And everybody probably already knows what a close talker is. You've probably seen the fucking Seinfeld episode about it. Or you've already knew before that, and you've experienced a close talker. Like, you have a friend that's a close talker, or a family member that's a close talker, or a friend of a friend, or whatever. Yeah, a close talker. And for anybody who hasn't encountered a close talker by some miracle of a fucking chance, I'll explain what a close talker is. A close talker is someone who literally gets really super close and uncomfortable with you when they're trying to fucking talk to you. They just get so close, up in your business, up in your fucking face, to a point where you can fucking feel the hot breath of their breath, feel their hot breath on your fucking face, to a point where you can fucking smell what they fucking had for fucking lunch or dinner, to a point where, yeah, to where you can legitimately smell if they fucking showered that day or not. Yeah, that kind of fucking person who literally doesn't know any kind of fucking boundaries, personal boundaries, and they just get up in your fucking grill just to talk to you. And sometimes these people literally just don't know any better. It's what they're used to doing. They've done it so many times. And some people just, like I said, they just don't know any better. And like I said, no one's told them to stop. No one's said anything to them. Probably their own friends probably put up with it. Or people in their life put up with it. And they just don't know any better. They don't know it's an annoying and fucking, yeah, annoying thing to do. And usually when you encounter these kind of fucking people that get up in your fucking grill and talk to you so close to your fucking face, that you just want to fucking slap them. You want to fucking, hell, sometimes you want to do worse. And you just want to fucking slap them or push them fucking back so hard that maybe they'll fucking get the fucking, through their thick skull, that, hey, you're fucking too close to me, back the fuck off. But no, that's not socially acceptable. Pushing them, slapping them, fucking wanting to strangle them, or trying to strangle them, isn't socially acceptable. You end up in fucking jail. Or, yeah. So, you don't do that. So, you have to do other things. You have to present some sort of other social fucking cues for this person to maybe read, so they maybe will understand, hey, back off. You know, I should probably back off and not be so fucking close to this person and not invade this person's fucking personal space. I should probably just back the fuck off. And these cues are like, sometimes backing away. That's a good cue. Sometimes it's the simplest cue ever. Just back off yourself, you know. If you have a close talker and someone's literally this close to you, talking to you in your fucking face all the goddamn time, And then sometimes it's good to just back off yourself, you know. Maybe they'll take a hint and say, hey, I'm too close to this person. And then they'll realize what they did wrong and maybe won't do it in the fucking future to anybody else, especially to you. But yeah. Or, like I said, you can legitimately just maybe, not if backing off doesn't work and they still are this close to her, and maybe they, when you back up, they fucking move forward. Maybe it's a good time to, I don't know, do something else. Try to make an excuse to fucking get out of the situation. Get out of the talking. Get out of the close proximity of this fucking person. So maybe it's time to, like, you know, say, hey, I gotta go somewhere. I gotta go use the bathroom, or I gotta go see what someone's doing, or, like I said, if you're at a party or social gathering of some kind, you can say, hey, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna go outside and find someone, or this, hell, any kind of excuse. And maybe that will be a fucking hint to them that, hey, they're not enjoying the conversation, this being this close, or maybe they just don't want to be around you that close, and maybe they'll get the hint in their brain and maybe not talk to you, like, not stand so close to you when they fucking talk. Yeah. But sometimes that doesn't work either, because sometimes this person will be so stubborn and thick in the fucking skull, or thick-skulled, that they'll fucking follow you, or hell, wait for you, and then, or find you another time and then stand just as fucking close as they were, and then it'll just be back to square one again. So, if those two don't work, or anything else you might try, like some people say that setting down is a good way to stop a close talker. Like, you know, setting down, putting some distance, like setting down at a different seat, and then and then they'd sit down in another seat, so maybe they won't be as close to you. They say sometimes that works, so you could maybe try that. And if that doesn't work, and maybe, because sometimes that doesn't work, and they'll end up just scooting close to you just to talk to you. So yeah, if those, any of the social cues or whatever, anything else you can try. Maybe the final one, the one that usually works, is being upfront with them. Being straight up with them and saying, hey, could you back off a little bit? You're kind of in my face a little bit, you know, but be polite. Be polite. That's one thing people fucking forget, and when it comes to being, you know, forward with someone, or straight up with someone, or upfront with someone, is being actually polite about it. Because sometimes you literally have to, you know, say, be upfront with someone and say, hey, could you not do this? Could you back off? Could you not be in my face a little bit? You're kind of invading a bubble. You're kind of invading my bubble. Just be upfront with them. You know, be honest, but be polite about it. Don't be rude and mean and say, hey, back the fuck off, please, or back the fuck off. I don't want you fucking so close to me. Or, you know, don't be so aggressive. Just be polite about it. Be polite and upfront, and they'll eventually, hopefully, maybe take the hint and just not bother you, or not stand so close to you when they're talking. But some people will still, you know, will take the hint and stand the way, but then they'll take the, you being upfront with them and you telling them to back up a little bit when you're talking to me. Some people will take that in the wrong way. Some people will think, hey, this person must not like me, and they must not like talking to me, so they'll take it in the wrong way, and then they'll think you hate them, or you don't want to be their friend anymore, you don't want to talk to them anymore. And, I mean, that's their own prerogative, and that's really on them. You can't really do anything about that if they think that, even after being polite and upfront. If they literally can't, they really think that, then it's really, that's just on them. But, yeah, that's always might be a possibility that might happen. of, being upfront. Being upfront and polite about it. Some people might take that the wrong way and might think you're actually being rude or not liking them or not wanting to be their friend or not wanting to talk to them ever again or something. Like someone will literally think that because some people take things the wrong way. And that's really on them. I mean, you could try your best to explain that, you're not trying to be rude, but sometimes people will take things how they take things, and you can't really control that. So yeah, on the second thing, the second most annoying kind of person, I don't really know what to call this kind of person, because this kind of person doesn't really have like a title like close talkers, or at least I don't think so, but I would call this person myself, the overly physical people. You know what I mean. The kind of people who will, when they're trying to talk to you, have a conversation with you, will invade your personal bubble in a different way. And sometimes they'll still stand close to you, but like really close to you, but sometimes they don't even have to stand close to you to do this. They will literally touch you all the fucking time. Like whether it's just a touching your shoulder, touching your arm, poking you, even if it's playfully, jabbing you in the side, even if it's playfully, or met playfully, or touch your body in some manner or form, because some people are just overly physical when it comes to social communication and social, stuff. And some people don't realize that not everybody, like most people, don't like to be touched this randomly. I mean, some people might not care too much, but most people do not like to be just randomly touched while they're fucking having a conversation. Like randomly touch someone's leg, or randomly slap someone, or randomly, even if it's a playful kind of way, or randomly jump someone in the arm, or touch their fucking head or hair, or even their face, because some people will try to touch your fucking face. And especially in today's age, that's not really a good fucking thing to do. Anyway. But yeah, the overly physical people. I guess that's what you could call them. I was trying to think of a better name for this, but the other name I thought of didn't sound right. I was going to say the overly touchy people, but like I said, that could be misconstrued as the overly triggered people. The people who get offended by everything. So I didn't want to call them that. So they're called the overly physical people. The ones who overly touch you all the goddamn time when they're conversating with you. So how to deal with these people without, being violent and fucking, nasty, and you know what I mean, and doing shit that probably could get you in trouble and thrown in jail. Because I know how annoying these kind of people are. And I know how tempting it is to fucking punch them in the goddamn face. Or maybe hit them real hard back to maybe get them to realize that they're not fucking how it feels to be touched all the goddamn time when you don't really want to be. So yeah, how to deal with this kind of people? Kind of the same things, kind of the same social cues. Like I said, you could back up. Literally back up away from this person so they won't, be able to fucking touch you. And maybe they'll pick up, like I said, pick up the hint again and not touch you. And maybe not, and realize that maybe you don't want to be touched, or you don't want to be touched all the goddamn time by them when you're talking. And like I said, I don't think the setting down thing would work, because like I said, distancing yourself is probably the best way, or probably it's probably the really better way to do this, to deal with a overly physical person, is just backing up, trying to distance yourself from this person while you're talking. And maybe, like I said, they'll get the hint. Then, like I said before, usually the final solution, the better solution out of them all, is being straight up again. Being up front with this person. And saying, hey, could you not fucking touch me? Could you please not touch me so much? Can you not touch me when you're talking to me. Don't touch my arms. Don't touch my head. Don't touch anything. Can you just not touch me while you're conversating, while you're talking to me? Please. Just be, like I said, be upfront, be honest, be polite as well. And maybe they'll realize, hey, I probably shouldn't touch people so much. Or probably should stop touching people, invading people's personal fucking space. Because, yeah, with both of these things, it's personal space. Because it's the thing. People don't know when they're invading it. Whether they're a close talker who get really close to you and talk to you, or whether they're a overly physical person who touch you all the goddamn time while they're talking to you. Either one, they just don't know when they're invading their space, and sometimes they don't pick up on any kind of cues, and sometimes you legitimately just have to be upfront and honest and polite. It's be straight up with them. And sometimes that's the only thing you can do. Even if, like I said, they take it the wrong way, because there's always that possibility. That's on them. You made your points, and you made your what you want and what you feel like, or what you felt, and your emotions and feelings, and you made your point clear to them. You can't be any clearer. So they should honor it. Or at least understand somewhat. But if they take it the wrong way, that's on them, I guess. And there's nothing really you can do about it. You did what you were supposed to do. You was up front with them. You were honest with them. So, yeah. It's just annoying. These two things annoy me. These two kinds of people annoy me to no end. I have a lot of them in my family, especially the fucking overly physical kind. I don't have so much close talkers in my family, but I do have a close talker who's a friend of mine, or was a friend of mine, or kind of acquaintance, whatever, who literally don't know any better to not stand this close to you. And sometimes, like I said, you just got to be really upfront with them. And I think eventually I was at one time, or maybe I said something to them or whatever, and they eventually stopped. But yeah, and like I said, the overly physical kind, I have a lot of those in my family, especially on my dad's side, for some reason. I don't know why. And sometimes, like I said, usually backing up works, at least for me. I was never had to, with the overly physical family members I have, I never had to say anything up front with them, thankfully. But usually I backed up, and they, gave up trying to touch me all the time when they were conversating with me. Even if, like I said, even if it was a playful thing, they gave up because they realized I was backing off of them. I was backing away from them, trying to get away from them, trying to create some distance, and maybe I guess they most likely picked up on that. But yeah, it's just these two kinds of people are just so annoying and aggravating, but there is ways to deal with them. So yeah, that's really all I wanted to talk about, wanted to rant and ramble about. So I'll see everybody later. Bye.